The other one, price stability. Okay, what else? What was the first one? Economic growth. The other one, price stability. Macroeconomic of the government is the price stability. Now you have to control the price. Other than that, if you cannot control, like you're talking about the cigarette, if cigarette touches to, let's say, 1000, it would be like very tough for you people to buy it. Got my point? So what government needs to do? Government needs to control the prices. Otherwise, if the price of the cigarette would high, inflation would high. I mean, that it is making some sense? No, this is not making some sense, Charis. Okay. So when the price of the basic necessities would be high, people cannot afford it. In return, inflation would be, of course, high. So inflation is continuous rise in the average price level in an economy during the time period. Government usually target an inflation rate it should maintain in a year, says 3%. If prices rise too quickly, it can negatively affect the economy, because what price stability can affect negatively? Number one, reduce people purchasing power, causes hardship for the poor, increase business cost, especially as a worker will demand higher wages, of course, makes products more expensive than products of the other country with a lower inflation. The third, full employment. If there is a high level of unemployment in a country, the following may happen. The total national output, keep in mind, if what is the macro aim of the government is to look after the full employment. If just suppose that if there is no full employment, then what will happen next? The total national output will fall. Government will have to give out welfare payments like unemployment benefits, causing budget deficit. Large unemployment causes public unrest and anger towards the government. The last one is balance of the payment. Balance of the payment is the stability between your import and export. Anything would high, Sharid, what will happen? Your stability inside the country will be disturbed. If you are producing and you are just selling it, okay, and it will again disturb your country. And if you are just purchasing from outside and you are not going to sell, situation will be like this, as you can see in the Pakistan. Okay, so balance of the payment, you have to maintain import and exports. Economies export like a sell many of their products to the overseas residents and receive income and investment from abroad. They also import and goods and services from other economies and make investment in other countries. These are recorded in the country's balance of the payment. If exports are greater than imports, surplus in balance of payment, and if exports are lesser than imports, deficit in balance of payment. Then the other macro targets of the government is income redistribution. The people who are richer take money from them in shape of taxes and then invest it into the, or give it to the poor people. Okay, maintain the circle. Take money from the rich people and give it to the poor one. Okay, in form of taxes. So income redistribution, again, this is a huge target and this is a huge challenge for any government. So to reduce the inequality of the income among its citizens, the government will redistribute income from the rich to the poor by imposing taxes on the rich and using it to the finance welfare scheme for the poor. Widening inequality means higher level of poverty. Poverty and the hardship restrict the economy from reaching its maximum productive capacity. The last one is, what are the conflicts between macro aims of the government? Okay, what are the possible conflicts between macro aims of the government? Sharesh, the number one, fully employment versus price stability. If you want to maintain fully stability, okay, it would be very tough for you to maintain the price stability. What does it mean? Low rates of unemployment will boost income of the business and the workers. This rise in income means higher demand and consumption in the economy, which causes firms to raise their prices, resulting in inflation. Again, this is a huge challenge between the full employment and the price stability. So if you want to, focus on the full employment, then price stability you can't even maintain. You can't keep it at the lower level, because people have more money, they will demand more products. So what firms will do? Firms will produce more. This is not acceptable. What they have to do, they have to raise the prices just to maintain the stability, and ultimately increase in the price mean inflation. Then economic growth and the full employment versus balance of payment stability. Once again, as income rises due to the economic growth and the low unemployment, people will import more foreign products and consume relatively less domestic. This will cause a rise in the imports relative to exports, and deficit may rise in the balance of the payment. The last one is economic growth versus full employment. In the long run, when economic growth is continuous, firms may start investing in more capital, like machinery and equipment. More capital intensive production will make a lot of people unemployed. Okay. These were some of the conflicts in the